Hey, we want to say thank you to our sponsors, Watchman Cigars, Webmerized, Red Hill Brewing, and Crave Bath & Body. Without you guys, this episode would not be possible. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode 186 of the Southern Fried Philosophy Podcast. What is that, you ask? It's our take on life, liberty, and the pursuit of gravy, while you, the listener, are invited to come up on the front porch, grab a beverage, and set a spell. We are broadcasting from our fat kid-friendly studios right here in beautiful Concord, North Carolina, and surrounding area. We've got a great show lined up for you, as always. But before we begin, let me introduce you to our starting lineup. Running the video, the Facebook live chats, the YouTube live chats. It is our very own Magic Man. What up, dog?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And of course, he is the man, the myth, the legend himself. It is Producer Brian.
What's up?
And of course, I be your illustrious host, Biggin. And how about you? Yeah. Producer Brian, where can our friends find us on those socials and the interwebs?
Well, if you go to google.com and you type in Southern Fried Philosophy, you're going to find all of it.
That's basically it.
That's it. But if you want to get a little more specific,
okay,
we're on Facebook.com/Southern Fried Philosophy, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at SFP Radio. You can always email the show at sfpradio@gmail.com. If you would like to give us your money, you can go to patreon.com and /SFP Radio. You're probably seeing a trend here. If you want to catch us streaming and not just on the podcast app of your choice, we are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and TuneIn app. Speaking of podcast apps, please go like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, delete, whatever you want to do there. All those things, I think, help us.
Absolutely. Rate, review, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't really care. Give us the middle finger. That's fine with me. If you could go to YouTube also and type in Southern Fried Philosophy, you can find us there. We would appreciate it if you could just subscribe, hit that little button that says subscribe, tickle it, lick it, whatever you want to do, you fancy freaks. And that would really help us out. Turn off those notifications so you never have to hear from us again. And that would be, a nice little thing you could do for us. If you stay home and you do your own show, and you need some help with that, Producer Brian could do that. Email him at headlines@SFP Radio. If you'd like to be a show sponsor for season 6, we've already got one in the books, so we would appreciate that. Email me at sfpradio@gmail.com. Again, this is our last episode for this season. We will be starting it back up in January. If by chance, I don't know, you want to do the show while I'm out, I didn't talk to the guys about this, but if we have a guest that wants to do it, email me at sfpradio@gmail.com. You guys can take over, and I'll just sit in the weeds and watch for a while. So I don't know.
If you want to co-host the show, let me know.
If you want to co-host
at SFP Radio.
There you go. We'll have auditions and all that fun stuff.
This could be like Jeopardy. This could be like the Jeopardy. We're going to do a seasonal Biggin replacement. So if you're interested in driving the boat for a week or two, let me know. We'll maybe make something happen there.
That would be fantastic. You could replace me, but didn't the producer replace the Alex Trebek?
Yeah, but then he apparently he's not a very good boy, so he had to step out.
Right. And did he keep his producing job, or is he done?
I think he's not hosting. That was some insider nonsense, right?
Right, absolutely.
We're going to go through this big showboat about finding these celebrity to take over for the great Alex Trebek, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just sad that Will Ferrell never got a chance, but
that would have been awesome.
Right. And then, it's some inside guy, it's like those, we had a candidate in mind the whole time, but we wanted
right.
to,
But it was him. How long do you think he's been eyeing that job? He's like, when he goes, I'm going to get it.
Right. Who's next? Pat Sajak's probably next, right? Is it
Magic Man? Who would you love to watch host Jeopardy?
I didn't get to watch it, but from what I understand, LeVar Burton did a pretty good job.
The Reading Rainbow guy, I think, would nail it. Yeah.
Geordie LaForge, yeah, man.
How about Snoop Dogg?
What if it was a combo of Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart?
That would be interesting.
I meant to bring this up when we talked about the Olympics, whatever episode that was. But the NBC Sports had a side commentary with Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart.
Yes, I watched like four minutes of that.
Children.
Right. You know that green room smelled fantastic.
Oh yeah. Did it? Fantastic.
Dank.
That's not the word I would describe.
Dank. Yeah. If you like dank things like a moldy basement, there you go.
Nice IPA.
There you go. All right. So we want to say shout out to our listeners from Minneapolis. No, Minnesota.
That counts.
That's Minnesota. That's the city in it. You're right.
Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah.
We'll be very specific and just say Minneapolis. So we want to say shout out to our listeners from Minnesota. Ryan, can you give us some interesting facts about said Minnesota?
Sure. First of all, they have.
I was going to say, by the way, I gave this last second. So we were updating just some behind the scenes sausage. We didn't do any show prep. And so first it was Oregon, but then somebody said we already did Oregon. And then another one I didn't update. I thought I didn't update Poland. So then I was like, I don't know who we're doing. So literally 2 minutes before headlines, I'm yelling the audible, Minnesota.
Yep.
And then so he had to
Thanks,
prep.
Peyton.
Yeah. So so I think at this point, anytime we call an audible on anything, we're just going to call it Minnesota.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So there we go. All right. So go.
I enjoyed the backstage sausage. That wasn't interesting. I wasn't prepared for that either.
It's the best sausage, backstage sausage, right?
Yeah.
There ain't no party like a backstage sausage party.
Elton John concert. It's the last show of the season, man. We got to make sure it's good, right?
I was going to say show title, but we had sausage in our title last week, so we got to do something better.
This one it's going to be Elton John concert.
That was not expected. I did not mean for it to come out like that. Halfway through, I was like, "Bigot, pull back!" It already came out.
Abort.
Oh, that even sounded worse. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Southern Fried Phillosphy Podcast.
I can't see. Minnesota. So they have they're at the top ranking in education.
Okay.
Oh,
yes, one of the 10 strongest states in education, and they're number one ranking for fitness. Key indices is low infant mortality.
Fitness cheeseburger in my mouth, right?
Fitness sausage party in my mouth.
But I mean, I can tell you, I actually went there. I was in Minnesota on a trip, and they've got bike trails all over the place. And I mean, those are some healthy folks up there. I can tell you that. Let's see. One more good thing here. First military installation and the largest amusement park in the Midwest area. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Oh,
yay, Minnesota.
Yeah. So I found a tidbit about Minnesota in our 30 seconds before the show started.
Right.
Because as you know, I like the foods.
Oh, yeah.
But Dagan, I think these are our people maybe in Minnesota.
Right. Okay. All right. Bring it.
So I found a thing. I was just scrolling through. I just, what do you people in Minnesota eat? And the first answer was cheese. Right. And then
nailed it.
I found this dish, and this happened, I think, when we did was it South Dakota? We discovered something.
They love them some tater tots in South Dakota.
Tater tots.
They do.
They have a thing. It says salad on it, but it's a cookie salad. So,
see, here's the thing. I'm just going to tell you right now. Those are two opposing forces, things that I love and things that I hate. Now you're going to combine them. Tell us about this cookie salad.
So, originating from Minnesota, cookie salad is a simple dessert beloved by children, obviously, made by combining fudge stripe shortbread cookies, buttermilk, vanilla pudding, whipped cream, and wait, here's the curveball, mandarin oranges.
Thus the salad. Oh,
yeah, that's the salad part. It's like when you put pineapple in Jell-O, and it's because of the salad. Additional ingredients may include berries, but Oreo cookies are strictly prohibited.
You bring a cookie salad, an Oreo cookie salad in Minnesota, and your neighbors are looking at you sideways for the rest of the week.
Okay. There's a link that says more about
raise of hands, who would eat this? I'm out. Yo,
the oranges kind of threw me off there.
Yeah.
I mean, fudge stripe cookies, why not? The buttermilk and the vanilla pudding. I think they can get buttermilk north of Virginia. It's like it sounds like a banana pudding, but with cookies.
Buttermilk.
Almost. Actually, you like to mix it with the pudding probably. That probably gives it a little bit of a tang.
Yeah.
Oranges, I think it'd be a little mandarin oranges really throws me off here.
Yeah. So season 6 will kick off with us eating a cookie salad.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting. I'll be honest with you. I love y'all Minnesotans, but you're a little suspect. All right. I'm going to ask you like I ask you every week. How you be doing, Magic Man?
Doing all right. Working like crazy, getting ready to do a major go live at work. And, so that's actually this weekend. So putting in the hours in preparation for this. So
yeah,
but it'll be good to have it done and be over the hill.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. I'm looking forward to that for you because I know you've been, as you said, been putting on the hours. So hopefully it'll be over soon.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. The reason why we have to break at this point because I do health and welfare benefits and set things up. So this is my really busy season where we're working. We're supposed to only work 40 to 45 hours a week or 50 hours a week, but that usually is not the case. So I don't have capacity at all to do that. So that's why we're taking a break. So I understand the work is crazy at this point. Producer Brian, how you doing?
I think I'm pretty good. Might be great, actually. Can't decide.
Whoa, that's some strong words right there.
My whole family is back in school now.
Wow. My
whole family has been in my house for like 18 months.
Sure.
So there's, it's first week of school, wife's teacher, I have a second grader, I have a preschooler, all that, so they're kind of overwhelmed. So I've been doing all the house stuff for a couple of days. So, which is what it is. It's that time of year, but
right.
I'm a bit of an introvert typically, even with my own family, sometimes I need a little breathing space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apparently I've been a little more, my wife said I was like more fun because no one was in the house for a couple of days.
Well, yeah.
Or something. I don't know. I was more, I don't know. I was having fun with the kids a little more than I normally would, I guess.
Yeah, they're not as annoying you.
It's not that they annoy me. It's just quiet.
You have to have a break.
It's quiet.
Right.
Like I get up and I can get a glass of water or, eat lunch. I don't have to make anyone else's lunch. I don't have to.
Right.
No one asks me to do anything outside of what my job requires me to do during the day. I don't know. It's liberating.
Yeah. I mean, that in itself would make you just, in general, a happier person, I think.
I don't know. And I give it it's going to be 5 more days and they're going to be back here. But that's a different story.
Right. No, absolutely. That's going to happen,
getting
right?
sick, Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. How you been doing?
Nice. I'm good. The small batch, little one, has discovered the amazing song Baby Shark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet Jeez. How many times do I have to hear that song? I mean, if it's per play, they are getting some boatloads of money on YouTube.
Did you know the hand motions?
Oh, yeah. No, and I've known the hand motion since youth camp. We did that in the morning, like, being silly, whatnot. So I've known that song, but it is on constant repeat. But what makes it funny is when she walks in the door from being home at daycare, the first thing she says is, and she refers to it as doo-doo? Doo-doo? So she's running around the house going, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Because that's all they do. And so sometimes she'll go, mama, doo-doo? And then you're like, no, she's not doo-dooing in her pants. She just wants the doo-doo song because that's all she knows.
That's funny.
It's a constant barrage of doo-doo around the house, one way or the other. All right, so let me give you our Southern phrase of the week. It's called, maybe you have heard this, carry me to the store. Many Southern transports have been confused when hearing the phrase for the first time. So carry me means provide me with some transportation to a destination. It can sound strange when you're hearing it if you're not raised in the South, but have you guys heard before when people say, I need you to carry me to the store, carry me to the mall, carry me to church? Have you guys heard that?
I don't think I've heard that one.
Magic Man?
No, I haven't heard that one before.
Wow.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah. This is a deep cut, I think, in Southern language. It's really like down in the South. I've heard that quite a lot.
Huh. And like Alabama South, like way South?
Yeah, like South Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, those places.
Maybe it's because they don't have cars. They still use horses down there.
Could be.
I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I think about like, just in my lifetime, most people don't need anyone to give them a ride. Unless it's maybe an older person. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you don't quite use that as much anymore because you have your own transportation or whatnot. Yeah. So, anyway, just that's your Southern phrase of the week. If you hear that and you're a Yankee and you come down to the South, just know that's what it meant. So there's that. Also, one follow-up item that I did want to discuss that is not in our notes here is that as soon as we finished our conversation last week, Lee from Shorty's Barbecue quickly gave me a call. He's the one that invented and created the finishing dust that we talked about last week. Producer Brian, you were a little concerned about why should I put this finishing dust on my pulled pork if it's really good. And so he wanted me to be very clear that he also agrees with you as well. Like if it is like you like it, you don't touch it. You just have your pulled pork. However, if it needs just a little bumping up, that's when you use the finishing dust. If you're not completely satisfied with it, throw that on there, and then it kind of kicks it to a new level.
That sounded negative, I know, but that's a good thing to have in your tool belt because how many of them come out not great? Or if you take a shortcut, like for me, if I don't dry brine the pork before I cook it, it's never the way I want it to be. So I'm actually going to try and do one this weekend. If I screw it up really bad, I'm going to try that.
There you go.
If I screw it up a little bit, I'm going to do it. So
there you go. Another thing that I want to bring up. Do you guys remember we talked last week about the family that was found dead on the hiking trail? So I don't know if you guys remember, but down in, maybe you're listening for the first time, but in Yosemite or close to Yosemite, there was a family. It was a mother, a father, a 1-year-old, and a dog. And 1.5 miles away from their car, they were on a hiking trail. They're very healthy. They're avid hikers. They know what they're doing. Somebody stumbled upon them. They were all passed away, and they were all sitting in just a regular sitting position, but they were found dead. There's no cause of death at this point. They don't know what it is. The only thing that they think it could have been would be toxic algae or gases from some mines that are around. There was no gunshots. There was no stab wounds. There was no note. There was no prescriptions, everything. Well, just an update is the coroner's report came back, and guys, yet they still did not find anything yet. They searched the bodies up and down and didn't find anything.
Man.
So the only thing that they've got is a couple weeks. It takes a couple weeks to get toxicology back, but they still have not found the cause of death. So weird, guys. And
I'd say so.
The headline says it's being treated as a hazmat site.
It was when they first got there because they couldn't figure out why they passed away. So they thought, well, let's make sure and wear protective gear so that we don't die from the algae or the gases.
Man.
But a week later, they have still yet to figure out why they passed away. It's so weird. And Lee also told me that a couple years ago, same thing happened to a family in Oklahoma. Dad, daughter, or dad, wife, 1-year-old, and dog. Same thing happened on a hiking trail. They still didn't figure out what happened there. Guys, it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm going to follow this thing up because I'm going to keep watching to see if I find any updates. But this has intrigued me to no end. Like every day, I'm checking to see if they find anything.
Yeah, maybe post on the Facebook page or something if you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
See something.
All right, moving on. Magic Man, you feel that weird? What do you think it is? Aliens or Bigfoot?
I think it was gas. I don't know.
No, we're talking about the dead people on the trail.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Man, it'll be interesting to see. If you guys remember, we started off one of our bits this year we called the Mountain Eagle. The Mountain Eagle is a newspaper near Litchfield, Kentucky, Letcher County. And these folks at this newspaper, what they do is they set up a answering machine, and you call this number and you can say whatever you want to say on the answering machine. They get said recordings and then they print them for everyone to read in Letcher County. So I'm not making fun of these people. I want to be very clear. These are my people. And so I just think that they're very entertaining. So that's why I read them to you. I paid the $1 subscription so that you don't have to. So these are the best ones that I found lately. Are we ready? To the lady who lives beside U.S. Highway 119 between Kona and Payne Gap. She has the prettiest flower beds in the area. You can generally see her outside working with her flowers most afternoons. So there you go. Positive. Way to go.
Okay.
That's nice. Quickly followed up by to a certain raunchy, foul-mouthed idiot who called me the other day accusing me of stuff. Just who gave you my telephone number? You think you can bully everyone around and get your way, but you are dead wrong. Anytime you think you have the guts, walk up to my face and say what you want to say. An idiot like you is going to get a knuckle sandwich, and it takes scum to call a person and accuse him of everything in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody's upset.
Good gracious, y'all.
I mean,
what's happening there, you think?
Man.
Yeah.
If you don't know the number, I don't answer the phone. So
You ever get, maybe we should just cold dial people and just accuse them of things. Just call a random number, like you have the prettiest flower bed on US 119. Or just, you've got a great set of nostrils. And just hang up. I don't know. Next, I'll take, and this is a debate here. I'll take Lee's famous recipe any day of the week over the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich.
Okay.
They talking about Lee Short?
No, Lee's famous recipe chicken. Have you guys not heard of Lee's famous recipe chicken?
It's not famous here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not famous here. Sorry.
Ooh.
Is it better than KFC?
I don't know, but evidently this person thinks so.
Hey, listen, is it a chicken sandwich? Because I'm down.
Oh, it's a chicken sandwich, my friend. It's a chicken place. I mean, just think of it as a different version of KFC. It's good. It's good chicken. I haven't had their chicken sandwich. It's been a long time since I had one.
Is it a chain?
Yeah, it's a chain.
Oh.
They have one near my grandma's house. And so next time I'm there, I'm going to pick up a chicken sandwich and I'll report back.
Okay.
Yep. I'm a senior citizen and I'm going to have to quit drinking Diet Pepsi. Oh my goodness. Why, senior citizen, are you going to quit drinking Diet Pepsi?
It?
No.
Okay.
Here's the reason why.
That was the whole thing.
Which would be great.
Yeah.
But the reason he explains, because the lids are so tight, I can't get them off. Oh no.
Wow, that's sad.
You would feel like there's a tool that can, yeah. Feel like
switch to a can.
I've got one of those like rubber things.
There you go.
That might be hard too. Yeah.
I mean, you can get a butter knife under that thing at least and pop it up.
That's right.
I mean, wow. You got to have like some power tools in the building, right? You can stick a skill saw and just top of that thing, right?
Adjustable wrench.
A pecan cracker, just, get that on there, give a little squeeze.
Look, I know as a senior citizen, there's got to be a nutcracker somewhere around that house.
Right?
I know for a fact.
Walnut cracker.
Walnut, just put that thing in there and twist. Hey, buddy.
Huh.
All right, moving on. Go ahead. You gonna say something?
No, that's funny. That's all.
Yeah.
It's sad and funny, both. I don't know.
It is.
How to feel.
I saw two people come out of Lily Cornett Woods with two big sacks of ginseng. The people in charge better do their job and stop this. Is stealing ginseng a thing? And how do you know it's ginseng?
I don't know what ginseng looks like.
Maybe it's their ginseng.
What?
What'd you say, Benjamin?
I said maybe it's their ginseng.
Oh, maybe. Somebody stealing their ginseng.
Yeah, then they would know for sure if it was.
Yeah.
Isn't that, that's just, like, what do you put ginseng? It's for tea, like relaxing.
Yeah. I mean, two big sacks of it's coming out of there, though.
Maybe, no.
Yeah. Now, this one's a little sketchy, I will say that. Do you want to know what a low-down person is? It's somebody who goes off and gets himself a woman twice as old as his mother to have.
For some of us, that'd be very difficult.
Yeah.
Twice as old as your mom.
Because they're in the ground.
Let's get some math here. Yeah.
Let's say the person is at least, we'll say the person is 20 years old.
20 years old. So your mother's probably
even
40 at 45.
We'll even say for example, she's 15. She was 15 when she had you. So now she's 35.
Okay. So this is that part.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah, it's that part of Kentucky.
Okay.
So now she's 35. So then that would be 70. Yo. You're 20 and she's 70. I know how you all roll, but come on.
I'll tear your motives there.
Mm-hmm. And maybe this next one
yourself.
Maybe this next one is to that 70-year-old. To this very nice lady, I hope it's you, and I hope you decide to join me. Hello.
What? Oh.
Hello.
What?
I mean, there's some love on
can you read that again?
Yeah, let me. To this very nice lady, I hope it's you, and I hope you decide to join me.
That's almost a fortune cookie. Like what?
Yeah.
Well, it's specific, but
right. And I mean, that's so vague. Anybody, any female is going to be like, wait, is that Jerry from down the street? What is he talking about?
What if you were nice to somebody yesterday, like last week?
Right.
He said he's talking to you.
All right. Here we go. This one's going to be a long one, so bear with me.
All right.
It's nice to see Kentucky Fried Chicken fit right in with our other fine dining establishments. This makes twice I've been there since it opened, and twice I have ordered the classic chicken sandwich. And I have received, watch this, the spicy chicken sandwich instead. That makes me so very happy, especially when they don't bother to include napkins as well. The fries are pretty good, though, and the workers are trying their best with the large crowd they are dealing with. While I don't like the spicy chicken sandwich, it did appear to be well prepared. Hopefully, they can get my order right the next time I go.
All right.
That reminds me of this Bojangles that used to be in front of an apartment that my wife and I lived in when we first got married. Mm-hmm. And we go through there and we'd always order whatever. And they would always, as a side, put in their fries. And we never ordered their fries, but they always put, and they would miss what the side that we wanted and substitute it with fries. And it was always frustrating. We could never figure out. We're like, man, they think a lot of those fries, don't they? So this Kentucky Fried Chicken must think a lot of their spicy chicken.
Right.
I think I had that one at some point because I've tried all the chicken sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Probably twice.
I forget if I liked it or not. But the Kentucky Fried Chicken, the KFC, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. Right. The fries, have you had the fries?
Their fries are good.
They're like curly fries, but straight.
Yeah.
That's my best description.
Yeah, no, that's good call.
Like
they're like a little Cajun-y. Yeah.
So they have the seasoning?
Yeah.
And a breading. Yeah. They're good.
Oh, breading. Wow.
Yeah, they're like, imagine they're like Arby's curly fries, but straight.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good one. All right. So last but not least, I was pleasantly surprised to find 4 coupon inserts in this past edition of the Mountain Eagle. I don't think I've seen that many before. Yay! This is awesome and thank you. Keep them coming.
Hey, that's a lot. That's a lot of savings.
That's a lot of savings. So that is our Mountain Eagle.
Nice.
Man, brought to you by the Mountain Eagle. It's actually called Speak Your Piece, by the way. If you ever decide you're going to spend the $1 for the electronic version and you would like to get your own copy, please go to themountaineagle.com and then look under Speak Your Piece and you'll find it there. All right, so let me move on. So, gentlemen, I've got some bad news for you. It looks like that eating a hot dog will take 36 minutes off of your life. Yep. 36 minutes. Yeah. Researchers have released a nutritional index this week aiming to inform guidelines and help Americans achieve a healthier, more environmentally stable diet. The index ranks the food by minutes gained or lost for healthy living per serving, with processed meats and cheese and with processed meats and sugary drinks among the biggest offenders. They have ranked 5,000 foods in the U.S. Classified by health burden and environmental impacts. So the foods range from 74 minutes lost to 80 minutes gained per serving. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I can do this. Is more math, I think, for us here in a minute, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, for example, each chicken wing, 85-gram chicken wing, translated to 3.3 minutes of your life lost, owing that to sodium and harmful trans fatty acids.
I thought those are illegal now. Trans fatty acids, I thought they had to get rid of those.
I don't know.
Because remember they used to make, they did that with the French fries. They used to that's what they used the French fries. And they took those trans fats out.
I don't know. So somebody do some research on trans fatty acids. Yeah. Minnesota.
That's right.
As we go on, a all beef hot dog on a bun resulted in 36 minutes lost, largely due to detrimental effect on processed meat. What's more, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were associated with an increase. Get that? An increase of 33 minutes. Foods like salted peanuts. Well, let me back up. Do what now?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Yep.
What is healthy about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I mean, the peanut butter, adding peanuts. But
it's all sugar.
Well, you don't know that.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody. Well, it says like foods like salty peanuts and baked salmon and rice with beans were also measured with gains between 10 and 15 minutes. So maybe they were thinking peanuts from that. I don't know. If you had like just regular peanut butter, it doesn't have to have sugar in it.
So what if I made a peanut butter and jelly hot dog?
Ooh. All right. So you would get the...
Is that a 0?
Yeah, it would be a 0. Well, I mean, maybe 3 minutes. So I did think that was quite interesting.
36 I want to see the list. What's the 80? There was like an 80.
Yeah, it didn't say it in the article.
Was Finally, it like, one of those like Krispy Kreme burgers or something? Takes 80 minutes off.
Just remember the Hardee's burgers? They were so bad for you because they were just 15 stacks high and 800
Monster
slices
burger?
of juice. Yes, remember that thing? Good gravy.
Oh, man.
They still have them.
Do they?
That thing is so good.
Yeah.
Have you had that burger?
Yeah.
It's been quite a while.
Very good.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I really like those.
It said that with seafood, legumes, nuts, fruits, vegetables could increase it up to 48 minutes per person per day and have a 33% smaller dietary carbon footprint. So if you only eat fruits, vegetables, legumes, and certain seafoods, could you not live forever then at this point?
Maybe. I mean, what?
But
that's simple. It's at some point it's going to catch up with you anyway.
I guess so, because there's
like
24 hours in the day.
Something. Yeah. What if you can constantly just eat you just eat graze
right.
all day? Like I eat peanut butter and jelly every hour, right?
There you go.
Which for every hour, I'm getting an extra 30 minutes of life. Is that how this works?
Yeah.
What about what's the peanut butter and delight or peanut, like it's like a grilled
natural
cheese,
peanut butter?
Which one?
Natural peanut butter?
No, like the peanut butter sandwich, but you do it like a grilled cheese with butter, you grill it. You ever have one of those?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. Does it make it healthier or less healthy?
Yeah.
According to these people.
I don't know how valid this is, but I just thought it's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. So, moving on, as we have...
hot dog.
Well, you want a hot dog?
Kind of.
Huh.
I had wings last night, so I was kind of feeling guilty after I heard that.
All right, so season 5,
sorry.
we're wrapping up season 5. I just want to kind of do a quick recap of some of our guests that we've had for this season, and also kind of want to talk about your guys' favorite moments, episodes that we've had on the show. So you'll remember we started off episode 159 with the star of Best Leftovers Ever from Netflix, Mr. Jim Purvis. So we had him on. Then we had Free Lunch Coffee, which, man, that was some good coffee. By the way, I checked them out recently because I wanted to order some more, and I think he's out.
Oh no.
You can't order any more coffee.
Sad.
So there's that.
Well, there's supply issues right now with coffee.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, there's I don't know if it's probably affecting everybody.
Yeah.
There's a coffee, it's a labor thing, like South America and stuff, but coffee is one of the things being affected by jobs now. So
everything's being affected by
coffee
jobs.
and chicken wings.
We should say this show is a direct impact of COVID. Maybe we can get some PPE money. We have to stop. We don't have workers.
Wrong.
We also had master bourbon taster Peggy Knoll. Remember when she was on the show?
That was
awesome.
Highlights for sure.
I'm just going to run through these and we can go back and talk about them. We talked to Kevin Hoffman. He wrote a book called Growing Up Black in a White Home. I can't remember the full name of it. But he was raised by white parents. He's obviously black, and talked about race on that one. We had our friend Tanya Thompson. She did the bourbon tasting with us. And then quickly followed by the whiskey. Kevin Hoffman was 164. Tanya Thompson was 167. The Whiskey Priest was episode 171. That was our friend Father Tommy. He came here from Pennsylvania. He just talked about his relationship with God, his conversion process, and then how much he loves whiskey. So that was good. We
did that on your porch, didn't we?
We did that on the porch, yeah. That was great.
That was fun.
We had the chicken.
Remember that one?
I do.
I think he remembers the first half.
I was going to say, I remember before the podcast ended. Not much after that. Yeah.
We had the Chicken March Madness. That was fun. Mm-hmm. We had Anthony from Grill Rescue. Yeah, they make those special Grill Rescue brushes. He was kind enough to send us all Grill Rescue brushes, and yet Magic Man has yet to take the cover off of his grill.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
That is true.
That's true. We had director Jay Turner. He came on the show, talked about his movie. We had from Diners, the creator of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. We had David Page on episode 177, and immigration lawyer Tamina Watson on episode 181, and today is 186. So it's been a while since we've had a guest. Overall, this season, I thought we've had a good run of guests. They were very interesting. Gentlemen, I'd like to know some of your favorite moments that we've had, and maybe some of your favorite guests.
I guess I can start.
Yeah.
Probably, I know we had a good time with Tanya Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were all a little buzzed by the end of that episode with that bourbon tasting. And that was some good bourbon too. I appreciate her sharing her personal stock with us, and
absolutely,
especially some of the good stuff, not just the cheap bottom shelf stuff, but the good stuff. That was probably my favorite one of the season. And of course, I enjoyed when we did the broadcast on From Your Porch.
Yeah,
it was a little change up from our normal setup, so it was kind of fun to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to piggyback on that, one of the things that we're going to do for next season is, if you're in the Concord area, once a month, barring COVID, we're going to be at downtown Concord, and we're going to do the show once a month live from Red Hill Brewing. So we will be able to have some guests from Concord to come up, hang out with us. We'll have a live audience if you want to come up and join with us. We would love that, but it's going to be just us talking, having beers, and talking to guests. I think that will be a really cool experience. So look forward to that. Anything else from this season, Magic Man? And this is your first full season with us, right? So how was the experience?
Yeah, that's right, because the last year, I think I kind of came in, was it like March, April-ish in there?
Yep.
It was a great experience. I love doing this.
Yeah.
We have a great audience, great cast here, and yeah, it was good stuff.
Cool. All right, producer Brian, your thoughts on the lineup?
So I think highlights for me, we start off great with Jim. I like Jim anyway. Mm-hmm. He's a guy. Obviously the bourbon stuff. Peggy Stevens was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Her talk. Tanya's blew me away. That tasting blew me away. So that was obviously great. The Chicken Madness bracket was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. The call to North Dakota when we did that was fun. The Vermont, when we called the Vermont's world's best maple syrup.
Yeah,
folks, I'm out of everything. So, but I can't eat it now anyway. But You should go give some episode, guys. It's really good.
It is good stuff.
That was just fun. I don't know. Maybe it's the moment there.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk to Jay about what he's doing with movies and stuff. That's great. David Page was a highlight because, I was a big fan of that TV show about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah. Good, yeah, we had some good episodes, I feel like, this season. We did 27 in however many weeks it's been. I don't know. 8 to, we did 27 out of like 35, which I feel is pretty good. For not being contractually bound by actual sponsors. Yeah, I think we did pretty good. And it's tough, man. It's trying to juggle this with, our lives and things like that. Some days where we're sick and just could not. There's like 2 weeks where I'm just like, I cannot come up with content whatsoever. And I was just like, I can't do it. Yeah. It's difficult to find things to talk about sometimes. Yeah. For sure.
Absolutely.
That are interesting to everybody and or aren't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. We try not to get as heavy political now as we did in the past, I think. But, and you can always talk about that, right? But I just don't want to, I don't know. It brings me down to the end of the day. After all that.
There's plenty of places where you can go to listen to that stuff if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to say, Magic.
I think just we're such a divided country now. It's almost painful to talk political.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think it divides, and I don't want that. It's kind of silliness. I think for me, the one that I hear the most of people say that was an incredible episode was David Page, episode 177. If you're going to take one out for this season, to me, and from the feedback that I've gotten, that was one of the great ones. In fact, I was with a group of guys on Monday, and somebody brought that up again. They're like, "Man, I can't tell you how much I love that episode because it was so fascinating." And so, to me, that was awesome. One, to get the feedback, but then I just really enjoyed that interview. We could talk to him for an entire season, I think, and not even, break the surface.
Read part of his book. We could do a whole podcast on his book. Just go through topic by topic.
Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's.
I've been drinking. It happens.
No, I mean, that's really not a bad idea. I like that idea.
Maybe I'll get in touch with them for the next 8 weeks here, and we'll do that.
There you go. That'd be fantastic. Again, I like Jim Purvis. He was a cool guy. Man, Tanya, she hooked us up so much on those bourbons, and that's also another experience that I don't think I'll ever get. I think David Page was a great interview, and I loved getting that knowledge. But for me, Tanya and those bourbons was an experience.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
And that's really hard to share with everybody. Like, I hope it came across like what was happening.
Yeah.
That's the experience that you can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Those bottles in that order at that time.
Yeah.
It was just a really cool experience. So if you are just kind of tuning in, those are some of our highlights for this season. I also remember Magic Man, you don't like pickles, and and you took them off and you held them up, and they looked like you held them up right to your nipple, and it just looked like they were nipple coverings. It was just like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. How you held them up, and
you saved the pickle
trying to get him off my shirt.
Lunchtime. It wasn't like he just ate the sandwich and pulled the pickle off.
Yeah,
he had been sitting on those for like 8 hours by his desk. Yeah. Oh, I got some pickles here.
That was awesome. That was awesome. And I really, talking about experience, when we had the Whiskey Priest on the porch and we had people there, like you said, Magic Man, that was really cool. I love doing this podcast. I really do. And I was setting up tonight and I started literally getting like teary eyed because like this is the last time I'm going to do it for quite a while. I love doing the show, but there is something electric when you do it in front of a live audience. You know, when you're getting that feedback and you're talking to people and they're laughing and there's that connection, man, there's something there. And so I'm really excited about that for next year to do it at Red Hill and have that connection with people. I think that's going to be great. And so, but the Whiskey Priest episode was cool. The other thing too that people didn't experience is we had so much barbecue that night that he made. So after the show, we were eating and drinking and laughing, and we had a really good time with that.
That was good barbecue.
That part you didn't get to experience. Yeah, it's great barbecue. Yep. Some other things I want to bring up for this year, Red Hill Brewing became a sponsor, and they hooked us up almost every week when we were doing our Chicken Madness. We would also talk about a beer. Speaking of Red Hill Brewing, again, just a reminder, we will have an SFP night. I was talking to Chris about it this week, an SFP night at Red Hill Brewing when we release our Southern Fried Philosophy bourbon beer. So we'll be excited about that. There's a banana pudding. I think it's like a banana Foster or banana pudding, one in bourbon barrels. And then we're going to do a coffee stout in bourbon barrels. So if you're again in and around the Concord area, we're going to have a party. It's going to be awesome. Brian's going to make a brisk, pulled pork. I'm going to make pulled pork. We'll have some sides and stuff, and we'll just have a good party. Anybody that would like to come is invited. I originally said a Patreon donation. Nobody signed up. So if you're in the Concord area, we're just going to invite all of our friends, have a great time, do a donation at the door. We'll give it to a charity and whatnot. So it'll be a good time. So there's that. Also, Crave Bath and Body became a sponsor as well. I want to make sure that we give a shout out to them. Magic Man, can you tell our folks a little bit about it? They'll hear it at the beginning of the episode, but they may not know what's going on. So can you explain Crave Bath and Body?
Sure. So it's my wife's bath product business that she started this year. And we make everything from bars of soap to liquid soap and shower gels, shampoos, conditioners, bath bombs, basically anything to get you clean and pretty. We sell it. And we do have some accessories like towels and soap trays and that kind of thing. So if you go to our website, Crave BB, so it's B as in boy.com. So that stands for Crave's Bath and Body. CraveBB.com. You can see what all we have there.
I want to be sure not to confuse our folks, not Crave BBW. But just right. CraveBB.com.
That's right.
Big, beautiful women.
Biggin is a repeat customer now.
I am indeed. Yes, sir. So Magic Man gave us some soaps like for Christmas last year. And and my wife just recently bought like the Costco pack of soap. And especially with COVID and staying at home and not being able to get out, you take a shower like once a week at this point. So I wasn't using soap I know. I work from home. I don't go anywhere. So
that's same. It's
sad time. So I wasn't using a lot of soap, but then I ran out of the Costco pack, and then I used the soap for the first time. I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. And then I remember even going to bed that night, and the missus looked over and was like, "You smell good." Well, okay. So then
bathing more than once a week, will have that effect.
That will help. Probably because I haven't bathed in a week. That's why she said it. But more importantly, she kept saying it because I kept taking more showers. She's like, I really like that soap. Yeah. So I use that. And by the way, it takes a lot longer to use their soap than just a regular thing of soap. They're using all natural ingredients. It seems to last longer. I would really encourage you to go check it out.
Yeah, you can actually pronounce the ingredients that are on the label. We want to make it healthy, and so it's sulfate free, and it's all natural ingredients.
There you go.
Of course, I'm biased, but it's good stuff.
You have beard oil, right?
And beard oil?
Yeah, we have beard oil.
I need
yes.
to get in on that probably.
Yeah, sure thing, man.
There you go. So we want to give them a shout out and say thank you guys for sponsoring. All right, so let's we'll move on for the last two topics that we have for this year, and of course, the Nirvana baby. Have you guys seen or heard about the Nirvana baby suing Nirvana?
Oh yeah, read the article yesterday.
Right? Do you want to explain what's going on?
Sure. Hopefully, I'll get it right.
Facts are optional.
So the dude who was the baby, was it the album Nevermind?
Nevermind. Yeah, it's the one that smells like Teen Spirit. It's the big Nirvana album.
Has the baby in the pool with the dollar bill on a fish hook dangling in front of it. The baby is now 30 years old. It makes us feel old now, doesn't it? Right. And he's suing, saying that he was exploited without permission being given, and was sexually, not molested, but basically
child pornography.
Child pornography, because they showed his baby bits.
Yeah, his baby bits. Right.
Yeah, and so he's trying to get money from Nirvana for using that picture on their album.
So if I'm not mistaken, I haven't actually read this one, but I was listening. I think someone else talking about it. They paid his dad like $100 for that, right?
Well,
probably.
The allegation from him is that I think he recently found out that his parents never gave consent for that photo, and it was originally described that if they did it, that they would put a sticker over his baby bits, as you were saying, and that didn't happen. So that's why he's suing.
It's a little late for that, right?
Yeah, I think it's somebody trying to get a free buck.
I mean, they're suing the estate of like Kurt Cobain, and
I'm sure Dave Grohl and the others are in there too.
None of these people were involved in that decision, right? I mean, it's probably someone at the record label.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like maybe the band had some say on it, but the creative side, but this is silly, right? I mean,
yeah. Leanne Whitley said they paid his parents $200 for that picture.
Yeah, if you're going to sue somebody for letting them take these pictures, it's Papa, right? I mean,
yeah.
Your parents allowed this, so it's. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
Stupid to me, but
yeah, no, I agree. If there's no consent, I think that there could be a lawsuit there. I think I'm no lawyer, so this is all the lawyering I got off of Matlock and Law and Order. But I think that if there's no consent in there, I think there could be a lawsuit there. However, he also, keep in mind, he's also got Nevermind tattooed over his chest. Dude has made a ton of money just saying, hey, I'm the baby on the Nirvana cover. And he's made appearances, made money off of it. He himself has done it. And he's also just only asking for $150,000 only because he tried to do some a thing with Nirvana and they didn't get back to him. So now he happens to start suing him because of that. And to your point, it wouldn't be to Nirvana. It had to be the record label. And what record label does not have lawyers that would make sure that this would be right?
And what's the statute of limitations on this? Like,
that's a
30
good point.
years.
Yeah.
Like, what? 30? It's taken this long for you to suddenly go, oh, maybe I'm not okay with this.
Well, he says he's traumatized and he walks into like a baseball stadium and he thinks, well, everybody has seen my baby bits.
Yeah, but no one knows who he is.
Right.
Yeah, you look a little different than you did 30 years ago, bud.
I would hope so. I would hope that those have changed.
Hopefully your bits are different. I mean,
right. Right. But I mean, there also has got to be, can we just talk about the photo itself? One, when it first came out, I thought that was pretty like, whoa, that's something. But there had to have been, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I'd say if there's anything here, it's endangerment, not pornography. But
Yeah, because the baby's underneath the water.
There's still a naked baby in the pool, right?
Right.
That's not safe, right?
No. There has to be some type of like editing that had to have been done, right? Because everybody knows that as soon as baby bits hit the pool, as George Costanza so eloquently said, there's some shrinkage going on. So there had to have been some editing on that. How would you like to be in that time?
1991. I mean, editing. It ain't no Photoshop. You know what I mean?
So well done, then, sir. Well done. There's that. All right. The next thing is: have you guys seen this milk crate challenge?
Yeah. Yeah.
The face of producer Brian right now.
Today, I saw
y'all.
So okay, I use this app called the Citizen app. It just kind of tells me all the gunshots around my house, what's going on there. And there was a PSA today that said, "Hey, don't do the milk crate challenge." So I watched like a little clip.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
y'all.
It's
so just so if anybody doesn't know what's going on, people will get milk crates and they'll stack them up in a pyramid. And the idea is to see if you can go up one side and then go back down.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds easy, but if you're running and whatnot, it's not very easy. Or walking, like to try to do this is difficult. And people are falling and hurting themselves doing this. I mean, some of the video that's linked in the article, the dude falls like right on his back and just does like a backwards, like breakable thing.
Think about like the construction of a milk crate, right?
Right.
There's not a lot there to balance on. And it's
when you
just
stack
up and
them
down. And this is Lincoln Logs 101, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, everybody. None of us' name is Mario or Luigi.
There's nothing holding this thing together. Yeah, there's no princess. There's no flagpole to jump on at the end.
That's right.
Oh, gee. And it's August. If you're just tuning in from the future, it's August 2021, almost September. The hospitals are kind of busy.
Yeah.
Right?
That was my point.
Yeah.
There's some stuff going on, right?
Right.
You're going to have to wait for a long time with that broken arm or broken rear end or whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to do what? All right, you can come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say.
Well, it amazes me just the stupidest things that people think up and make this challenge out of it. I mean, I think this rates up there with eating Tide Pods.
I'm going to eat a Tide Pod and run up a pyramid of milk crates. Do it together.
That's the new one. Let's add them together.
Next. This is also not I would say not a big and approved activity, probably, right?
Lord, no. I could hear the milk crate challenge for Biggin is to stand on one and then get off of it.
Yeah.
That's the Biggin challenge. Yeah. Look at me. I did it. Can I also ask this question? Where the hell are we getting 50 milk crates? Where are they coming from?
The back door at Walmart?
I mean, is there going to be some milk crate shortage going on now?
Yeah, I'm not going to get my milk next week because they don't have any crates to deliver them.
I own one milk crate. And I've had it for over 20 years.
Those things are handy. But don't take 50 of them to make your stupid pyramid. Yeah. Where are you getting them at? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. All right, so let's go to our last wacky news brought to you by Watchman Cigars.
We should do a challenge. I'm sorry. I don't.
Okay,
we should have our own challenge. Like,
what's the challenge?
Like drink a gallon of gravy or something.
While eating a Tide Pod? Or the gravy?
No, just gravy. Just like how much can you eat? How much gravy can you consume at one point? That's your challenge, right?
Here's our challenge this week. Yeah. Here's everybody's challenge is to Google Minnesota cookie salad and eat that. That in itself is a challenge.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so our last wacky news brought to you by Watchman Cigars. Hey, if you need a awesome cigar at a reasonable price, check out our friends at Watchman Cigars, watchmancigars.com. Don't take my word on that website. I just made that up, and I hope it works.
I think he's right. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. So there was a gentleman that went to a school board meeting, and this was the quote during the school board meeting. Quote, if you would mind putting your pants back on. Yo. That was said during the school board meeting.
Were there any milk crates around?
No, but there was a cookie salad. A parent at a Texas public school stripped down to his underwear on Monday while arguing at a school board meeting that students should wear masks, according to local reports. James Aker, a 15-year resident of the community and parent at the, I can't come up with a different word, Dripping Springs Independent School District, removed his clothes to highlight the inconvenience he faces that benefits others in an argument promoting masks for students and faculty. I do not like the government or any other entity. Just ask my wife, yuck, yuck, ha, telling me what to do. Akers said while removing his jacket, at work, they make me wear this jacket, and I hate it. They make me wear this T-shirt or this shirt and tie, and I hate it. He said while taking off his tie, his shirt, and his pants. On the way over here, I ran 3 stop signs and 4 red lights. Ironically, I almost killed somebody out there, but by God, they're my roads too, and I have every right to drive as fast as I want and make the turns that I want to. It's simple protocol, people, he said. We follow certain rules for very good reasons. Also, somebody said, Mr. Akers, I understand, and I believe that you're a swimmer, but if you wouldn't mind putting your pants back on, that would be great. You think that mom was checking out his dad bod there? I know you're a swimmer. Could you mind putting your pants back on? And stripped down to his undies. The masks are currently recommended by the school, but not required for students, staff, or other employees.
Wants to go first?
I think Magic Man should.
I'm trying to think of something to say other than what's going through my head right now. This is a family-friendly show. Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you put your mask. You don't have to cover that with your mask, sir.
Well, okay, I'll go.
All right,
we can edit this out, I guess.
Oh, no. All right.
Oh, no. Write it down.
People value for watching the live stream. So she said he's a swimmer. I guess maybe he just jumped out of the water or something. It was cold.
Oh, boy. There's the shrinkage.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're back to that. Full circle.
We're back to that. Sausage.
The sausage party.
So the argument is he doesn't like it, so he doesn't want to do it.
He's saying what the argument is he doesn't like doing it, but for the good of society, we have to do it. So what he's saying is I got to put on the shirt and tie. My work makes me do it, and I don't want to do it, but I still got to do it. I got to conform to what they're doing. For the good of everybody else, I have to wear pants. It's my similar argument at the very beginning of this mask debate. The people that runs the convenience stores, what do they have on their window? No shirt, no shoes, no service. We don't argue with that. So that's the same point that he's trying to make.
Yeah, I actually misread this earlier.
Oh.
I thought he was saying he doesn't want to do these things. So
No, it's the exact opposite. He's saying for the good of everybody, we need to follow common protocol and do the masks.
Well, he has a point. I think about seatbelts, right? I mean, there was a thing back in, before I was born, probably. Seatbelts didn't used to be required, right?
Dude, I was in the back of a station wagon, and I was running around in the back of the station wagon. Didn't have to wear a seatbelt or child seat.
Yeah, but suddenly that
I remember
makes
at
sense,
8 years. Yeah, I remember 8 years old, standing up in the front seat with my head and the top part of my body through a sunroof, going down the road.
Right.
And this is before seatbelts were required.
Great times.
Great times. That's right.
Yeah.
That's just one. That's just one thing, right? Like,
right.
You gotta wear pants in public.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't wear pants in public, what happens?
If your job makes you wear a tie, go work at Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, honestly, if that's what, if you're going to be in public and you're putting other people at risk, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And I remember, Magic Man, at the beginning, you were making the argument that the masks don't work. But like the more research that's done, even Fox News made a report that said, hey, masks don't work, but they actually do. It's the bigger droplets that go through speaking or talking or coughing or whatever. Like that amount of virus in somebody's mouth will be stopped by said mask. The little little particles.
Perfect solution, but it has an effect.
Something. Yeah.
Something's better than nothing for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
it's going to be, I mentioned at the top of the show with school starting, it's going to just be nuts.
Absolutely.
The spread, and kids are bad about it anyway. Right. So I don't know.
Yeah, y'all wear your masks. Let's just, and here's the point. Here's another thing that I just also want to point out is like, at what point, and this is probably a serious question, but like, at what point did we stop wanting to help others and look out for the common good? You got people, not y'all, but people are screaming, "You'll take my freedom, don't take my freedom." It's a mask, y'all. In college football now, you look at, so in the SEC, I'm a huge Kentucky basketball, football, Kentucky fan. So in the SEC, LSU has said to go to any of the games, you have to either show proof of your vaccination or you have to have a negative COVID test within 3 days of the game. So that's LSU. Georgia, which, by the way, shocks me that it's LSU.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Coming from LSU. Alabama, it even shocked me even more. But LSU says that. Georgia, ironically, said, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
we're not requiring anything. And then Kentucky came out to say, if you're in public spaces, in the corridors and getting to and fro your seat, if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. Also go into the bathroom. And then if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask outside, wear a mask all the time if you're not vaccinated. If you are vaccinated, wear a mask in public, closed spaces, indoor spaces, so the bathrooms and whatnot. But in the suites, you don't have to do anything at all. So there's money there. But it's just not, my whole point being, like, it's not consistent of what it should be done. It should be one total thing. And people aren't going to wear masks because they don't care about the other people.
Yeah, it's been politicized. So you look at the red state versus blue state and what the requirements are, right? Yeah. You can always draw a line straight down the middle of what it is, right?
That's true.
And shouldn't be that way. This is about public well-being.
Right. Yeah. Even Trump, when he was at his rally this week, he told everybody, go get the vaccine. And he got booed. The one guy that everybody's like, well, Trump, don't tell me when to get the vaccine.
Oh, yeah. No, if you don't want to be told what to do. That's what, I want to make a decision on my own. Well, how much information do you need to make that decision?
Speaking of information, so I pulled up the Cabarrus County information. So this is just Cabarrus County, and this is interesting for us guys. So there currently, by the way, 2 months ago, there were 7 people in the hospital with COVID. This past week, there's now 153 people in the hospital with COVID. And 94 of those patients are on ventilators are unvaccinated. 94% of those people. So 44% or 144 are unvaccinated. Only 9 are vaccinated. I don't know what other statistic you all need, but for those people that haven't gotten vaccinated, y'all.
And there's FDA approval now.
And there's FDA,
which
that's a big thing.
I understand the reservation with it being an emergency approval and those things.
Sure.
But, and maybe if you don't trust the government, you don't trust the government. But that's a whole different thing.
And let me also be clear. If you cannot get the vaccine because of other health-related issues, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking about the people that can and they don't because they don't want to. And I've talked to 2 of my friends that recently got it, and they said, and they didn't get the vaccine, and they said, if I would have known what it was like going through that, it would definitely have changed my mind. So, y'all, don't wait for that.
How do you not know?
How bad, like, it made them feel.
Because some people get it and they're fine, and then you get, this Delta
Right.
thing's pretty bad. I've had 2 very close family friends that have been in the hospital for 2 weeks each.
Wow.
Like on respirator, ventilator the whole time. One's on a ventilator at home now. He can go home,
Wow.
but he still has to take oxygen.
Wow.
Were they vaccinated?
No, they
Okay.
were quite, very against it. So
Yeah. Look, we're just trying to save your life. Just go get vaccinated. That's it.
Your life, your family, your loved ones,
Your friends. Yeah.
neighbors.
I think at this point, I'm going to wear a mask and then put my CPAP on and just carry it around with me at this point. It'll protect me.
Make sure you need to put the mask around the filter on the CPAP, right? That work?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Just do that. That's the only
One over
thing.
your mouth and then one on the filter. There you go.
You ain't getting me, Rona.
That's right.
Oh. So, parting words for season 5 for you guys. Anything you want to say to our listeners?
I've enjoyed doing this season personally. I would like to find us a way to get some more listener involvement going forward.
Yeah.
If we can get some more feedback,
Yeah.
listener participation, call in, that kind of stuff. We can have some fun, maybe.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to
Agreed.
going forward.
Magic Man, any thoughts?
Yeah. Like Brian said, I really enjoyed this season. It was a fun one. Gonna miss it while we're off for this next few months, but we'll have an even better season coming right around the corner.
Yeah.
And going back to what he was saying about listener engagement with those recordings that we do at Red Hill, that'll make a big difference, I think. I know my parents even said that they want to come out to those. So, and they live
Sweet.
in Mooresville.
Cool.
So, yeah. So you'll be able to meet them and find out what happened.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. Here's the thing also for season 6, we're starting to line up our guests already. So we're going to make sure that we try to pack in more guests for this season. I told producer Brian beforehand, I think maybe next year when we do our final episode for season 6, we should do a bracket of guests. So we'll get all the guests and then do a bracket to say which one would be the best.
We're going to rank our guests.
We're going to rank our guests. We'll be a ranker. But here's the other deal. So if you can get us the best guest, I would say we will give you $100. If you can get one of the guests to come on the show, and it's one of the best ones that we have, we will give you $100. Now, we want guests to have interesting stories, some cool backgrounds. It could be a famous person. We would love the more famous people. So if you know somebody or connected to somebody, let us know. Shoot us an email at sfpradio@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do to make that happen. Go ahead and send those now, and we can get those lined up for season 6. Again, we will be back January, so this is not our final episode total, but we will take a break and then come back in January. And
season finale, not the series finale.
Exactly, the season finale.
And stay subscribed. You may see a surprise episode pop in. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We may decide to get bored and decide to call Alaska or something in the middle of the day.
No, let's do that.
Right?
We will do that by the end of this year. Yes, we're going to do that. And there could be some surprise stuff, so don't cancel your subscription yet. It's free, by the way. You're not paying for it. Just a reminder, unless you're a Patreon subscriber. And next year we will do some unedited podcasts, some behind the scenes, some behind the sausage making scenes. Who knows? Episodes. So that'll be fun.
See all the sausage.
See all the sausage. We're just going to have all of our sausage out on display.
SFP Radio.
We're going to have to create a new email account, sausage@SFP Radio. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for this year. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as a tribute that I say at the end of every episode for my grandma, keep looking up.